spoopiness of that shake intentional. I want people to come into this space and be like, wow, this is so like fun and nice. And then also to be a little afraid. Just be a little afraid. I'm just kidding. I don't want that at all. But you know, actually unrelated to related to that and then unrelated to that, but something I was thinking about, and what is a space if not a space for me to just talk about my thoughts? Afraid of wait. Hata? Of what? Of what? Of what? Of me! I'm so scary! Look at me! Wow. You got so happy you enjoyed it! Just, you know, because I'm like a terrifying fire demon. Wait. What? Sorry, no. Your typo anagram. What is the box in the background? Oh, this box in the background is what we opened yesterday. It will one day be my new mount on. It'll be over here. That's how I was pointing at it. I wasn't trying to like threaten you or anything. I wasn't trying to threaten or anything. I was just like pointing, but yeah. Is that how you identify your fire demon? Yeah. She, her, they, fire demon. Thanks! Yeah, I'm so excited. Dan's gonna help me put it together on Saturday, so tomorrow! But, what I was gonna say is, what I've noticed when I first started streaming, everyone, again, and I posted this on Twitter, because, like, I literally have never had a unique thought in my life, and it's so unfortunate to come to that realization. When I started streaming, I was like, I'm entering into the scene, and I call myself Cozy Chaos. And, you know, I was in streaming and out of streaming. I fell off and whatever. And then, like, I'm trying to build my way back up to something. Not that I was, like, anything before, but, like, something now. Anyway. And now it's like, I just hear everybody is Cozy Chaos. And it's like, yes, we are all the same. Because obviously, like, I'm attracted to the same type of person, obviously. So, like, I'm going to go into the spaces that make me feel safe and comfortable. And it's all Cozy Chaos. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not unique at all. I'm not special. And then it got me spiraling a bit because, you know, when you have somebody who's online trying to do something and, like, gain some semblance of, like, traction, you realize you're just not, you're nothing, like what sets you apart? Dude, that imposter syndrome got in there. But anyway, I just had that thought the other day and I thought that was something worth sharing. It's okay, I feel that constantly. It's so hard not to, like... I'm going through that right now. Oh no! Rods, you are special! Huh. It's so unfortunate, because, like, all this, like, streaming and everything, it's all, like, really luck-based. And yes, you can have, like, a great personality and, like, be fun, and, like, some people have, like, physical characteristics that draw people in, some people have, like, talents, some people have just the energy and charisma, whatever it is. But gosh, that luck, yeah, just finding the niche. And I think I thought about it too, because Dan and I talked a little bit about the Streamer Awards, and there was a comment that was posted about the game dev section, and I saw it on Twitter, and I didn't really follow up on it, but somebody posted that this is ridiculous because in the game dev section, there were 4 people selected, but the 4 people selected, only one of them was streaming in that category. And the rules for the Stream Awards was that the people being nominated had to have streamed in the category for at least 100 hours throughout the year 2023. And 3 of the people didn't qualify for that, even though all 3 of them were very much like game devs and software developers and stuff. And there was just this, like, you know, discourse about it. And then the person who runs the events, I think her, Cutie Cinderella, she commented on the post and was like, I understand you're frustrated. The category is really new on Twitch. So, like, they had to basically do the research, figure it out, whatever. But I just, like, you know, a lot of people feel this way. I can't necessarily speak on it so much, but I can see where people are coming from, where it feels like very much a popularity contest. And, like, everybody who's at the top continues to get stuff at the top. And that's, like, society, sure. But it's just an interesting thing to think about and then to dwell on when you're like, you're also trying to do something. How do you set yourself apart? How do you become one of those people that gets thrown into a category and you basically have to dismiss the rules because people, like, you're going to bring attention to something? I don't know. You're special in your own way, just like everyone else. Yes, opium. And I don't, to be very clear, I don't disagree with that. I think everybody is super fucking special and unique. But when it comes to the internet, right? And like the internet, when you're trying to stream or do anything that is entertainment based, you are trying to be not necessarily better than anyone else, but you are trying to garner attention. And like, if I'm like so-and-so down the road who has, 10,000 subscribers or followers, but I'm over here on my 100 subscribers, why are they gonna come over to me? They already have what they want over there. That's what I think about. But I appreciate that because I agree. I think everybody is. I am only cozy. Am I cozy? Don't know. Who am I? Rods! Oh my god, it is very look-based. That is so relatable. Yes. Being like, what's my elevator pitch? Cozy and chaos. But like, what does that mean? We should come up with like a new phrasing for it. We can coin it here now. You was smart, you was special, you was important. Miffed! No, you! What if luck doesn't exist? Hey! Oh, a wild Miffed emote! We fucking love it! Your art is amazing. Would love to have you design something for my cover on Twitch if you'd be cool with that. You could always check in with me. My commissions are not currently open, but definitely check in. I have, see, is it on? Wait. I have a commissions pricing list that's a little outdated, but I probably would just stick with it for now. If I opened up commissions again, like it would fall somewhere within all of that. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm so happy you enjoyed your time here. It's so much fun to make art. Meow, Kai. Need to be noticed by something big. Yeah. Sargra said that he was like, I'm this close to taking all of his favorite streamers' links and posting them on a New York billboard, like this Central Square, Times Square billboard. And I was like, that could be. I think the most recent show of someone that just skyrocketed out of nowhere is now a top dog in Squeaks, where big streamers found him speedrunning Mario and started inviting him to their big events. Whoa, hold on, wait, I want to look him up because I don't know who that is. But yeah, that's like, you have to get noticed. Yeah, that's what it takes in a lot of ways. I'm going to keep forcing my computer to work harder. Work harder. At this point, I spent too much money on you not to work hard. So work! Yeah, that's so fun! Please subscribe! Wait, what are we talking about? I need context. How to get famous on Twitch! Yeah, essentially, my internet did a poop. Yeah, Opium, what Opium said. Essentially, the conversation is around the idea of popularity online and how to become successful through that, and the imposter syndrome that tags along with the desires. It's the same for actors or musicians. I assume sometimes you work years for it, sometimes it happens overnight. Yeah, and that's not to say that I necessarily think one way is right and one way is wrong. I just think, I guess now being in the position of like what a lot of our friends currently are wanting, you want to continue seeing success and doing what you're doing and like sticking, like there's just so many different advices advice people give online of like, just keep doing what you're doing, but also work harder, but also show your body more, but also don't show your body more. Don't draw attention in this way and do that. And it's just like, it really does just take a little teeny tiny sprinkle of luck from somebody finding you and or you being patient enough to wait the years or weeks or months or whatever it might be to gain traction through hard work and talent and whatever else. Like, I don't think you can grow as solely a Twitch streamer anymore. I think you grow as a content creator through that convert people to Twitch, yes. And that is something that I came to terms with like a year or two ago. And so like, for sure, it does take a lot more than just being online in one capacity. Yeah, Kai. Agreed. And, you know, it's the algorithm. It's everything else involved with it. Just, clearly it takes time. Clearly, it takes, like, skill or whatever. I challenge luck because I think that we are all exactly where we're supposed to be. No, and that's fair. I see where you're coming from. And I can appreciate that thought 1,000%. I think if nothing else then, people who say luck and your thought behind it are the same. Or they're one and the same, right? Because people believe, in my opinion, luck is being in the right place at the right time. And if you're always in the right place at the right time, then you're always theoretically lucky. But it made sense in my mind. If it doesn't make sense out loud, that's not my fault. You're telling me lie elsewhere? That's true! Guys, I may not be for the internet. I may have to go. I am in school currently, so maybe, like, I don't know, it's just, there's also a bunch of things that go on in my brain of like what I want to do and how I want to accomplish it. Like, there's just so much all the time. And that can be paralyzing as well. This is not a new conversation, I understand, but yeah, that's definitely a big luck factor and a big patience factor. Yeah. Whether it's luck, whether it's good timing, whether it's whatever it is. Yeah. I also feel like there are a lot of things that we could do that would maybe make it easier, but it would require a letting go of some morals. And it depends on if you're willing to do that, which honestly, I think it isn't worth it. Rods, could you elaborate? Are you talking like taking what are they called? Sponsorships or doing stuff like that? Because like, I think I understand what you're saying, and I agree that, you know, there are definitely ways you can get things done faster. I learned about something called causation from an old book, but I get it. Causation? Am I pronouncing that correctly? And also, it sounds familiar. I played lots of poker and used to think about luck. Hey, time to try radio. Look, Rods, you, Pickley. Let's see who else. Somebody else. Well, for right now, I know that there are other people in my brain that I've thought about this before, but you and Pickley would have great voices for radio. You just have very, in my opinion, very like calm, soothing, nice voices to listen to. There's definitely a lot of complexity and nuance to the issue that requires a lot of real and thorough research. Yeah. Which, in a tangential way, as somebody studying anthropology, I have a lot of interest in. Or at least maybe not a lot, just some interest in. Because it does circle around the idea of how do people think and what do people want? And like, if I could figure that out, unstoppable. I'll post for you later if you're like, yeah. I think sponsorships you don't agree with. Yeah, people that originally wouldn't be okay with gambling, that have switched to streaming gambling, stuff like that. I see. Yeah, I feel like Twitch in general is such a good study of people. Agreed. It's interesting to see what people are willing to do. It's interesting to see the kind of people willing to stream. And then it's interesting to see the kind of people willing to watch the varying streams. And like, I guess that's not all. That sometimes can go a little bit more into like psychology and stuff, but yeah. Psychology, I love this kind of stuff. Yes! Oh my god! Me too. Me too. It's very interesting, and it's fun to talk about too. Not that I have a whole lot of people watching. I love people watching. I love watching people work. Like just the complexities of humanity. Because yeah, like what Kai said, there are a lot of nuances to the idea of streaming, to the idea of like gaining any semblance of popularity. I often struggle with the concept of like, it's not voyeurism, but that idea of like you are watching someone else do stuff and you are enjoying the process of them doing stuff, right? And like I like watching like gamers game. I like watching my friends play games or chat or do whatever. But every now and then, if I think too hard on it, like when I think too hard on eating Vienna sausages and the hot dog water they sit in, I get a little like uncomfy and I gotta step away from the internet. Cause I'm like, I don't know. Comes down to when you stream, how you look, what games you play, etc. Yeah. I think about a lot of stuff right before even pressing like start, right? You know, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say to like encourage people to come into the space. How am I going to get people to come hang out and stay? And most of the time, once I'm streaming, I have those like blips of being like, do something that's gonna entertain people to keep them coming back. But then sometimes I like lose myself and then I'm just doing what I would normally do, especially with art streams. I get lost in my art and then it's just me and the art and y'all are just in the space. But yeah, like you're thinking about a lot of stuff while you're also not thinking about anything at all. And you can't think because there are people watching you and you know that. I've noticed that viewers have been going more and more away from gaming. Not everyone, of course, and more interested in just conversational, just chatting streamers. Ooh, interesting. You've seen a shift in that? That's fun. I don't pay too much attention to the just chatting streams. What I want to do is I want to go and start looking for other people to watch. So A, I have more people to raid into and like, you know, networking is good. But then B, also to figure out like, what are people talking about? And what are these like, yeah, like what encourages people to come into the space and be like, yeah, I want to be a part of this conversation. I want to be in this, whatever. Like I've wanted to do that, I just haven't because rods, it's interesting. I know that like my partner does not like watching people play games. He also doesn't like listening to people talk. He has very specific interests. But knowing that there are people out there probably similar to him who maybe like listening to people talk but don't like gaming, like maybe more of those are on the internet. I don't know. Not even games, the content. Yeah. And that, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Which I think is interesting because there's a lot of potential there. Yeah. Yo. There's every day I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, are we going to start a podcast today? I don't have nothing I want to talk about, but am I starting a podcast today? Yeah. The letting go of morals thing could also involve like creating drama out of thin air against someone. A lot of creators grew big solely from the drama they caused. That's true. And I'm horrified by that. Oh my God, I'm horrified by conflict. Oh my God, that happens to me, but I think that's the ADHD though. Honestly, samesies. I have never been diagnosed appropriately or like properly, but definitely do be having just my brain going all over the place. I think he gets lost in the Ort sauce. I really do, Sargra. I really do. Also, hi Sargra. How are you doing today? Welcome in. We're talking about how like the Twitch space, being online, internet stuff, also gaining popularity and imposter syndrome within all of that. Like wanting to gain popularity, but also not being sure. Like like maybe just not knowing how to get from point A to point I am being nominated for the Streamer Awards, or, you know, some big brand company is reaching out being like, hey, we would love to be able to send you some of our products just because you're rad, you know? I would watch you for 10,000 days, which is decades, before I watch Kai. Oh, hell yeah. And that's another thing. And you can tell me if this is why you feel that way or if it's not that. But I've heard a lot of people say that they like watching small streamers and they will stay for the small streamer until they get big, if they ever get, you know, gain traction. Because ads coming. I'm sorry, everybody. I love you. Okay, bye. I'll see you. Subscribe. Because they like the feeling of having, like, being able to talk to somebody without being lost in the conversation, because, you know, you have a sea of thousands of people chatting. And I think that's interesting too. I know there have been a couple people who have, like, had that issue where as they gain more traction, as they gain more popularity, they start losing people in their communities. But, like, they're gaining a lot more, but they're losing their, like, older community members, because those older community members, like, you get, like, I guess, lost in it. Maybe it's harder for, like, bigger streamers to pay attention to every single person in the chat. Their content is for a certain type of mentality and yours is for another. Yes. That is very, very true. And I'm all over the place right now, but I hate and love the sentiment that is often driven by people who are trying to give advice for streamers or for anybody, where it's like, make the content and the people will come. It's like, yes, agreed. I was gonna say your tribe, but I don't think that's PC. Your people will come to you. The people who find you interesting, the people who like what you like, the same thought processes, they'll come. But you also have to, like, it's not just that. And I don't know, I struggle with, like, just hearing those advices being dropped, and it's like, well, what else though? Yeah, I don't watch gaming. I listen to streamers that play games sometimes. Yeah. And you listen to them. Yeah, and I think that's more or less what I do as well, although it depends. Has increased in that way, I think. Interesting. Roz, you ever psychoanalyze people when people watch too? Yes. Why? Same. Hey, me too. I'm old school. I like watching people play games. Kai, I'm kind of in the same boat. Let's start a stream study podcast. Roz, I'm not. Don't fuck with me. Yes. DM me the deets. Kai! I love your emotes! I love it all. Wait, I love it all. Games and art. I really enjoy the art space. It was different and fun. Hey, let's go. Good. I'm happy to hear it. And that's, you know, I like the idea of variety because it provides space for everyone. And if you don't want to hang out and do something specific that day that I'm doing, then fuck you. I'll see you next time. Don't worry. I'll be trying Elden Ring again one day, or maybe Disco Elysium. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I've heard of that too. Yeah, heads get big when streamers get big. And, like, it's hard to blame people. It's really hard to blame people. Like, what do I want everybody who gains popularity to not be a fucking asshole and to, like, remember where they came from? Absolutely. But people are people, and they're gonna human the fuck out of everything. So as long as they're willing to be, like, humbled and, like, informed, like, hey, you're kind of acting a little, like, this is fucked, and then they're like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, then I can forgive that. I used to watch big streamers for League of Legends early on. But yeah, a few streamers I followed last year just went from 100 to 5 to 600 in the last few months. That's so fun, and I stop in and say hi, but I don't lurk there because it's a lot going on. Yeah, no, I get that. And, like, in that's what I also am curious about, because, like, I want if I ever gained any more traction, I don't want to lose the people who like I'm familiar with and like I like help create the community. But then at the same time, you know, you can't keep somebody in a space if they don't want to be there. And like, how do you, you know, and as the streamer, you can't please everyone. Even though I want to please everybody. Oh my gosh. I'm a stupid people pleaser. I'm a people watcher. I'm a people pleaser. Ugh. Disgusting. Yeah, I think it would be impossible to pay attention to 10,000 people the same way you pay attention to 10. Yes, agreed. Agreed. And rods, yes. So it is in my opinion and what I think I have heard in a general sense, things that could directly correlate to another culture that has any level of significance, like tribe, like totem pole, any of those. There are many others, but like stuff like that isn't I don't know for sure, but it's not something that I necessarily feel comfortable saying, just because like I don't understand the context of that, because I am not Indigenous and I am not Native American and I am not like somebody who uses those terms for something of a significant purpose. And so like, it's just things to consider. People who are intrinsically a part of those communities may be totally fine with it. The ones who hop into certain streams and chats and hear it, they may be like, yes, love it, funny as hell. But I think for myself, to keep like myself in check, that's something that I used a lot. I was in the fucking yoga scene and it was all about like, this is my fucking tribe, whatever. But that's not what I use anymore. Don't fuck with me. But I have watched other streamers that have been on for 5 years and haven't broken 50 solid viewers. I see reasons why, but not my place to intervene. Ooh, opium! How interesting. What would you say is one of the main reasons why people that you've watched as a viewer, you think that they are not able to break the threshold? Because that's insight that maybe it's not your place to say to them, but it's insight that other people might be interested in. Like me, I'd be very curious. But I haven't watched, no, sorry. For me, it's mostly just that after some time, I end up losing interest in watching streams. Yeah, it's less for streams where I occasionally pop in. For me, it doesn't really matter if it's a big or small streamer. If I actually want to interact, I prefer smaller streamers though. So chat isn't going so fast that you can't read any of it. Velka, yes. And I think I would relate to that as well. I go in and out of my interests with that. So sometimes I watch people with regularity. Like I was watching Julian streams like religiously. And now I am a little less prone to watching him, but it's not because I don't want to. I still follow him and I still try to keep up with stuff, but right now I'm not in that. I'm in a different season, you know? So I can agree with that. Oh my god, I also have to DM you about the Lethal Company tournament. Yes, Rods. Also, you did send me that video for Toad, and I listened, and I think I could. I'm not gonna do it now because my throat's a little sore, but I think I definitely could. And I'm sorry I never responded to you. I got the message. I kind of understand. Small streamer has interactivity, yes, and game, but big streamer only has game. Most of the streamers with hundreds or even thousands of views aren't doing anything too different from those with 10 to 20. That's true. Yeah, there's just a little, well, maybe a lot less interactivity. I have seen plenty of people who have many subscribers. I know, it's Spirited Away Chillha B, Waltz of Chihiro. I fucking love it. And it's in that link I sent, Rods. I'll post it again just in case anybody else wants to hear or like check it out. I will say this is a DMCA free lo-fi beats, but there is definitely a song in here. I don't remember which one it was. It is not DMCA free. And you will get muted for it. I have not been copywritten yet, but you will get muted. I haven't really figured out which one it was yet. Viewers also grow in waves. Or in waves, maybe? Or waves, I don't know. But interest can change. Yep, I wouldn't find you without being in other streams. That's also really true. That's also really true. And that's part of the reason why I feel like collaborations are really fun and really beneficial. On the one hand, you're getting to, like for me, I'm stretching my social skills, which I'm really bad at. And so I'm getting like socializing with people helps me to get over some of my anxieties. And I'm like developing friendships and relationships that I struggle to develop on my own, like in person. But then also there's that other added benefit of like you are networking at that point. So anybody who's in any of these other streams, they're seeing you and they're falling in love with you, or they're saying, nope, that person's not for me, whatever it might be. Like, it's really interesting, and it's like, you know, it works. It's beneficial in many ways. There are many factors, but I find genuine nature goes a long way. I can see the hearts of people more than in the past. Yeah, and I feel people can feel that as well, even unknowingly. Yeah, I get that, like subconsciously, but it's a lot of things. Yeah. No, that makes sense. No worries. This music, I think it's less interactive, but they have become more of characters rather than a person. What, Roz? Thought here. Thought for you. Brain thought. Do you feel, as a streamer, and this is a question for anybody, but do you feel it is healthy and or safe, and I mean safe for like your mental and emotional being, to present yourself entirely to the world so that people think that they know you? And obviously intrapersonal relationships are going to happen regardless, but do you think that's healthy? Or do you think it is healthier to present a portion of who you are on the internet so that you can keep a portion for yourself? Because I hear a lot of the discourse going on right now, especially on YouTube, is about people feeling like they are giving 100% of themselves to the internet. And I tend to give a lot of myself to the internet. There's like probably like a fourth of me that you all don't really know, but everything else is pretty forthright. I have a hard time like concealing who I am as a person. My energy is maybe just notched up 3 or 4 dials, but like, I don't know. I think like being a character versus being a person can have its benefits sometimes, because this is the internet, and like the internet can be scary, and you want to make genuine interactions with people for sure, but like sometimes at like what cost? I've noticed that happening to a lot of them. Or maybe I'm like taking what you're saying as far as character and person out of context. Like the person still has their privacy, but they're not just this caricature of a person. Maybe that's what you mean. I think you're pretty good at it. I definitely think I kind of want to be more like Nikki in terms of reaching out and doing stuff with peeps. Oh yeah, look, it's hard. It's fucking hard. Sometimes I don't really want to, and like I'm struggling, but I'm so happy that there's a community surrounding me that is willing to want to hang out with me, because like that's kind of like the big first step, right? You gotta find people who want to vibe with you. But then also having people who are really nice and sweet respond makes it feel safer to reach out. So like I get that. Motherfucking Nikki, what we discussing? Sounds interesting. East, what's up? Yeah, we're just talking about streaming and like developing a following, how that changes you as a person and like what that looks like from the viewer's perspective. But then also like as a streamer, finding ways to stay genuine, to stay interesting, to stay entertaining, to stay private, to stay safe, to stay all of these things while still managing to make it in a world where like we are all unique individuals outside of the internet, yes, but on the internet, I started this all by saying I thought I was special when I came in here and I was like, cozy chaos, and then now that's all, like almost that's all I hear from my friend groups. We are all cozy chaos. I found my people, but then I'm also like, well then what sets me apart? And it's not necessarily a matter of like challenging them or like having competition with them, but just a matter of like what sets us apart to make, like to succeed in this. And like, so those are just some of the thoughts I'm having. God, it's so dumb. So dumb. But this being something that I'm trying to pursue, something that I've talked to Dan in the chat, Dan, about wanting to pursue more seriously. Like, I don't know, it's just a lot to think about. It's a lot to process. And it makes me really anxious. I want to cry right now. I don't know why. Which is why I really like our team. RT game? Watching RT doesn't feel like watching a character. RT game? I'll have to look them up. But yeah, like, you know, ideally you don't want people to be fake, sure. I get that. What was that song?
I stumbled across a recording.
Bro, you're doing amazing socializing. Come a long way after your year. Sarah, you've seen. Yes, absolutely. And I appreciate you so much. East, also, God, welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome in. Everybody, if you haven't already, can we give East a shout out, please? East is fucking a gem. And I think y'all need to follow him if you're not already. Please go and do so. East does a raid wall that I'm such a fan of. And East is also just really cozy as well and a good conversationalist, so, and has great friends. Look, you're missing out if you're not following, so. Bro, you did, yes, and Sarga, thank you again. I am trying. Do exclamation mark SO, yeah. What Kai did. And you can do it as well, Dan, if you want. We'll give East 30 shout outs. I don't give a fuck. Hey, look at that picture. Let's go, East. Yes, go follow. And hang out. East just hit 500 followers recently. I don't know what you're at right now, East, but it's got to be close to 1,000 now, right? Because, like, you deserve it. I know you 100%, you do. Dan does know me 100%. That's true. Dan is one of the few. And then, like, Tor and Zora and them, but they're all also friends IRL. I think half and half on that. I think you should have a personal part to yourself that isn't public. Yes. And then I think though that it is better, in my opinion, to have your public person as yourself, but just don't put certain things out there rather than become a cartoon. I guess that makes sense. And like, again, maybe I don't know the specific or like the specific people that you're maybe referencing as far as them being cartoonish and like turning into this character versus being authentic. I do think that kind of persona is good for certain people, certain audiences, and then there's, you know, there's an audience for everyone, I guess. But like, how do we boost the numbers on audiences? I would say like I'm like 90% myself on stream, but keep a few things to myself. Yes, it definitely takes a lot of energy and time to be so open. Not a great idea for everyone. I agree. It is. That's one of the things we also talked about earlier, East, how interesting it is to see the kind of people that are willing to stream. Like myself, so many people get so surprised when they find out that I can be very shy and introverted. I gain my energy from being away from people, even if I have the capacity to go out there, socialize, and whatever. It is a skill. Socializing is a skill and a muscle. And like, I don't think I do it. Sometimes I do it for fun, but most of the time I do it because I'm trying to get over an anxiety. I'm trying to get over a hump where I'm feeling like, I don't know, I should be better at this. This is healthy for me. Rods, do you mean that you find yourself becoming a cartoon, or you find yourself splitting between being your authentic self and then having something for yourself? Being a character in my head was interpreted as being too content focused. That makes sense. I would still say showing only a part of yourself is the healthier choice. Yeah. Dan. No, don't cry, friend. I know. Or even being someone else like VTubers, but the being too content focused part, is what ran through my brain when reading big streamers turn into characters. Yeah, I get that. And that's something that I have seen in the internet as well. And that is something I don't enjoy, even if at the same time I have caught myself being like, is this good for the content? What I try to do with my streaming and my goals is I try to think, I try to be practical about it. What is going to be entertaining to people? Because that is what I'm doing. Like, I'm trying to entertain people. Entertaining enough for them to want to come back. But then am I doing something that is fun for me and enjoyable for me? I find that people will often ask, like, hey, you should play this game, or hey, you should like do this thing. And if I'm interested in doing it, I will do it. If I'm not interested in doing it, I will not do it, because I don't like to be made to feel uncomfortable. And so I often choose myself in that regard. But I find myself splitting between like content creation brain and like, do you want to do this, Nicole? Hi, Dan, how's work? I hope it's well. Hey, good work. Okay, I'm finally catching up to Dan, to Dan shouting East out. Let's go. Oh my gosh, you have such a warm, welcoming energy to you. East, you do as well, though. See, and this is... You attract your crowd, you attract your people. And like you, and Layla, and Tanner, and like Liz, and Salsa, and like these like communities that I am finding myself like immersed in. People. I think also acting like a completely different person or as a more one-dimensional caricature of yourself can be bad for your person personally, because you may end up becoming more like that. Ooh, interesting. Hot take. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Google doesn't let you do the shout out command. Oh, Kai, what the fuck? Nicely done, Dan. I'm proud of you. I think that someone that Opium mentioned, like XQC, is honestly probably just a character on stream. Yeah, I can see that. People always say he's different off stream. Still him, but different. I feel that. Yeah, he scares me. His energy on stream fucking scares me. That bottle's full of tequila, isn't it? It is, Sargra. That's how I hydrate. Just straight tequila. I'm gonna be vomiting later, that's fine. For the hydration. I mean, for the perception of hydration. Fabio! Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Happy Friday. We're chatting. We're doing a little heckin' chat towards the end of stream. And we're just hanging out. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's good to see you. Press X for talent. No, but I agree what Opium said. Talking about you, bruv. Content brained. Yup. You gotta enjoy yourself. Completely agree. Yup. Yup. It's important. Prioritizing yourself. Because. And that's kind of what I was talking about when I say there's so much advice out there of what to do. Where it's like, make it for yourself. Kind of like if you've seen Barbie, you know, the whole energy behind America Ferrera's monologue, where women have to do this, but don't do this, but be this, but make sure you're like this. Not to like take away from that, because as a person who identifies as a woman, I resonate with that. But also it kind of can be extrapolated to other areas, like with streaming, where it's like you have to be yourself, but not too much like yourself. Do stuff for you, but also do stuff for them. Make sure they feel supported, but then not too supported, you know? That balance. Word. There's a balance to everything. A little bit of content brain is expected. Yes, Kai. And I agree with that. I only know you because of Tanner, and I've been a fan since getting rated in. Let's go! Tanner and Layla making best connections out here. That's also the networking thing, right? I love it. He is pretty scary, to be honest. He really is. His energy is too much. It's too scary and too much. And I think if I were to ever happen upon him and meet him in person and he provided that energy, or if let's say he just got fucking worked up in a I can't deal with that. I'm too soft of a person in person and on the internet, but in person especially, to deal with that kind of energy. I do musicals and acting, so sometimes acting like a different person helps, as I suffer anxiety and depression, so it definitely helps. Yuke, and that's interesting too. A kind of parallel conversation, but when it comes to streaming, and if you are kind of playing a little bit more of a character or playing up your personality, you're kind of performing, and that performance can be beneficial in that, like for me as well, you overcome some of those anxious struggles in order to be here. In order for me to be in front of this camera, I had to say no to my anxiety, no to some stressors, no to other things. So yeah, I get that. XQC, character on screen or not, still a terrible person in my opinion. I would not disagree. Technically, I don't disagree. Knowing this makes me want to check your stream out even more because I feel the same. Rods, do it! Do it, Rods! You're not gonna be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be disappointed, trust. I feel like part of that is his persona, like Aiden Ross, not my type at all. Ooh, interesting. I don't know who Aiden Ross is. Certain types attract certain types. Agreed. And I'll give you a check out when they're, yay! Oh, we got friends! Intent is key. What do you want? Why? How can you get it? I should write that in my journal. Because that is something that floats around in my brain. And I don't often have a set, like I know loosely what I want. But yeah. I'm too soft too, to be honest. I'm like, I gotta get a thick skin, but then I get hurt and I'm just a dumb baby. Rods, we don't have to be, no, we don't have to be thick. We can be thick however we want. THCC if we want to, but not thick skinned if we don't want to. Because there's room for all of us, okay? Fuck that noise. You're not gonna tell me I can't be soft. Rods, our study podcast will be called like, no, maybe it shouldn't. Never mind. Forget it. Forget what I said. I respect most of the content creators, but some are just, I'm going to stay kind for now. Yeah. There's a lot of like, as with anything, like people, if I've learned anything from anthropology is that people aren't inherently good or bad. I think people are just like peopling. And sometimes they decide to people where everyone else can see them, and it's like and maybe it's trauma, maybe it's whatever, but thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Rod's DGen King. Oh no, Sagra calling him out. I will say I never expected how much work streaming would be off stream. Yep, I spend so much time networking and supporting. I wouldn't be where I am without getting to know other streamers in the communities. East, I agree. And like, it's one thing in my opinion to have like you hear about it, right? You hear other people say it's gonna be work. And then it's an entirely different thing to implement it and then start like acting upon it. Because I agree. And you know, it's been conversation that I've had to have with my family, with like a bunch of people to be like, in order for me to do what I want to do, I need to be present. But again, finding that balance between, like in another parallel conversation, finding the balance between presence in your real life and then presence in your online life, which is, you know, two separate spaces. But yeah, it's so much work, so much effort, so much time. And then, you know, creating, I found that there was a lot of time spent with that. And then also creating the long form or short form content as well. God, it's overwhelming sometimes. Trying to stay relevant, trying to stay like consistent, wanting to support other people and be a part of their communities and grow with them. Like, oh. But also incorporate this away from this platform within yourself. But also incorporate what? Sorry. What was I saying? Or what were you saying? Yeah, I'm the same way. I respect so much of the work, yes, but some people are just too much. Yep. Wait, what was the suggestion? Now you have to share. Like, I don't know, like the soft kids or the soft kids. I don't know. It's okay to be soft. Oh my god, do you want to be like Aiden Ross or Caden Rods? Hey! What was the name gonna be? Although I love going into XQC streams to try to figure out why. You're a brave one. Let me tell you, you're a brave fucking one. One of my favorite YouTube creators has a catchphrase, humans gonna human. And I think that rings so true. Yeah! Humans gonna human! They really are, Layla. And like, you don't have to. I often think, like, you can be like, I don't like that person. I am not gonna, like, spend time with them, but I'm gonna give them the grace to be the fucking worst people in the world. Because they're obviously, like, dumb. But, like, I don't like them. I'm gonna stand against them. I'm gonna whatever. But it's like, you know, your feelings are valid. Even if you're still a shithead. And maybe that's not the right way. Maybe it isn't, you know? There's really no right or wrong, but, like, in my mind, that's kind of what I think. Welcome to the chat. I think Layla's been here for a while, just lurking. Doing a heckin' lurk. Absolutely. People that say, oh, you just stream a couple times a week, you barely work, then they don't see anything that goes on behind. And look, even just a couple fucking streams a week, like, that's you taking time out of your day to be here, you know? I'll fight somebody. Tell me someone is telling you that, Rods. Rod's streams are some of the most fun streams to watch. I agree. Yeah, uh-oh, time to silence opium. No! Ad, oh no, Ad, I'm sorry! Oh, boy. I know you're creating this cool space to talk about these things. East. Of course. The soft kids. Wait, what'd I do? Soft kittens unite. Hey, you, I actually like that. Just joking. Just saying you figured my plan. Oh, watch time. 5 days and 3 hours. Holy shit. 1 week. Oh my god. Don't repeat wine. Were you supposed to be rating out? Yeah. Don't redeem. Yeah. I was supposed to be rating out like a while ago. What time is it? This may be TMI, but I have been struggling to do all the stream things because of the depression and anxiety, and the peeps around me are already just, you don't do anything, so... Okay, first of all... I'm gonna let the ad run its course. I want to thank East properly. Because I don't know if East is in here or stuck in ad hell. I just got a little lightheaded. So first things first. Okay? Welcome back from the ads, everyone. I hope they were right up your fucking alley and now you're gonna make a purchase. But, oh, Layla. Layla, thank you so much for gifting East a sub. East! I was gonna say thank you so much for your sentiment. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you're here to make the space fucking better. Now you get me ad-free for the next 30 days until your subscription is up, and you get the emotes, which is very exciting. So thank you, Layla, again, for gifting a sub to East. I hope you enjoy it. I got you on the plank, opium. We're gonna do that right now. Rods, it's upsetting to hear that. I can appreciate where people are coming from. They miss you. They fucking love you, and I get it. But I'm assuming that's where they're coming from. But at the end of the day, people need to realize that, unfortunately, especially for us people trying to build something, this is not our full-time job. This is not what we do all the time. So, support can mean many different things for many different people. But the kind of people that I want supporting me, and the kind of people that I want supporting, like Rods and like other people, are the kind of people who understand that, and who aren't gonna give you hell for taking time and space when you need it, and will be there, if they can, when you come back. So, like, I'm sorry that you're experiencing that right now, because I know the depth of depression and anxiety, and both of those tying together to really give you a 1-2 fucking punch. But yeah, and oh, Rod, thank you for the hydrate as well. I'll hydrate after I plank. Let's plank really quickly. If you have a second and you would like to, and it's accessible for you, let us plank together. In a moment, if someone can, I think it should work. It might not, but I think it should work. If somebody can do the one exclamation mark, a mod, exclamation mark 1 and then the M, that should get Siri to put 1 minute on the clock. And that'll be for everybody in chat who wants to do a plank. I will be doing a plank on the ground here. So give me a second. I'm going to do that right now. And let's do a minute plank together. Yeah, starting now for you guys. Oh my God. Good job. If you did the plank with me, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Opium, thank you so much for holding us accountable. Rods, thank you for the hydrate. I will be taking that now. Mm-hmm. The mental fog fucks me up. That's gross. Oh my gosh, existing can be too much work some days. It's so true. Oh my God, I love that opium. Mercy wings, they're so beautiful. He says as he rots in bed. Yep. Thank you again. Thank you, everyone. Of course, Rods. And like, know that you're not alone in that. It doesn't help all the time. I get that. Commiseration doesn't always seal the deal, solve all the problems, but you're not alone. I would like to do more stream things too, but that mental exhaustion fog sets in so hard most days, I hardly get the chance. Yeah. I struggle with that too. I get it. Mental fog can be really difficult, particularly whenever you're dealing with the mental fog from the depression and the anxiety. It's like a very vicious cycle, and I understand. So I usually join in on the plank for moral support, but it's no, don't worry about it, Kai. You're good. Mental fog is real. Mental fog is debilitating, and most people don't understand it. Heck, some people don't understand even when they have it. Yeah. I've never planked in my life until your stream, so thank you too. Let's go! We're here to get the gains. The social gains, the emotional gains, the physical gains, the gamer gains. I am happy to be able to help you. If you're doing planks, everybody, make sure you're doing them appropriately, though. Don't hurt yourselves, okay? If you start to feel pain, don't do it anymore. Take care of your bodies. Listen to it. Learn to listen to your bodies. I've never read that. Got to stay on top of hydration when your job is talking. It's so true, Rods. And I often forget. Fire Kid, what's good? Happy Friday. How's your day? I hope it's not a fucking dumpster fire today. It's good to see you. Keep those cords well lubed, Rods. That's funny. Hola, how you doing? It's good to see ya. We're talking about life, and I will be wrapping up. I swear to gosh. I swear to good gosh. I know y'all are fucking tired of me talking already, so I will find us someone to raid into. Okay? Critical Role is streaming right now. We raided to 1.2 thousand people. No, I'm not doing that. I did that one time. I raided into somebody who was a big streamer one time, never again. I would also love your input on that because that is such a stress-inducing thing. Thoughts on raiding into big communities, and I'm talking thick communities, thousands of people. You do? You don't? I have Dark Souls raid rec if you like, since it's a thing around here. It is a thing around here. Who's your recommendation? Excuse me. But you can't leave for 52 more minutes. I have to see. I think Dan gets out of work soon. So I want to make sure I'm done with stream before he gets home just so that we can like chill. I think walk the dogs, whatever. I almost redeemed 2 planks. No. Please, no. Play Ring Fit on stream. I have that, Rods. Don't fuck with me. Also, I have this. This is something else I want to do. Check it. I have a VR headset, you guys. I could do VR. So, you know, I just have to set it up. But I have this. We bought it for, guess what? Guess who we bought it for? You guys don't understand this. We bought it for my mom. My mom is not a gamer. She does not game. But she heard online that you get this and you can have a good time. And so she was like, I want this. And I was like, great, I'll buy it for you. And then not even like 4 years later, she's like, hey, Nick, you want this? Because I'm never going to use it. Like, yeah, I'll stream with it. That plus dealing with the potato laptop is too much. I can't seem to get around buying one. Kai, and that was also the crux for me. So I get it completely. Oh, can you guys hear the music? Have you guys not been able to hear the music the whole time? I muted it. Oh, you guys are just listening to me talk? Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. Oh! Whatever, it's fine. Not for me. Yeah, same here. Same here. It's too anxiety inducing. Mayday is gonna be great. Or your day. All 3 of my kids have messed up and got into trouble this week, so all of them about to be touching the child labor laws. Fire kid! Holy shit! Look, that weekend vibe, like at the beginning of the week when you think, yeah, I'm gonna make a mistake and it's not a big deal, and then you get to that Friday and you're like, I get that, I get that. Let's raid XQC. No! The killer Quinn. Alright, I'm gonna take wait! Hold on, Opium. Sydney, right? Oh my god, Sydney's on? Hold on. We might have to raid Sydney because Sydney said she was going to stream! And we might have to go send her through. Because like, we love Sydney here. Opium. I'm gonna write down the name you just sent me though. If they're streaming the next... I did it for the content, you guys. This is what happens when you do things for content. You mess up your whole life. Well, once upon a time I had a fucking pen. I guess I'll use this. This is fine. I'm gonna write down.
I want to give you what I think is the most authentic recipe. So first up, guys, you only need this ingredient.
Yeah. Oh, I spelled rec wrong. It doesn't matter. So we will definitely do the killer. I think it's Kyler or Killer. I'm assuming Killer. The killer Quinn. Next time, Opium. We will do Sydney today because Sydney's live. I don't know if it's the 3. I mean, it might be the 3. But yes, I'll do Beat Saber. I have one of those too. They're so fun, but it makes me dizzy. Yeah, and the dizzy part, I think I might be a little worried about. But I still want to try it. I think it'd be fun. And Layla, if I can figure it out, yeah, the dulcet tones of oh Lord, no. Oh Lord, no. If I can make it work, we should do a VR game together. I don't know if you'd want to. If that's not something you would want to do, then that's okay. But now there's a buzzing now too. Wait, a bad buzz? A buzz? Oh no. We don't need no musics. Oh no, your voice is a song in itself. Yo, you guys are gonna make me cry. Don't know if it's just the music. Sydney, yes, don't worry. You'll meet Sydney, the gem. No worries. Yeah, say hi to Kai. Yes, I will. She's sweet and does games and Legos. I love Legos. Yeah, I have her written down. Thank you for the stream. Loved every minute. Thank you so much for stopping and hanging out with us, giving me all them hot recs. Like everybody who came in, who fucking hung out, who vibed. Thank you for subscribing. That always fucking fucks me up when new people come in and then they're willingly subscribing. You guys are crazy. I appreciate it. Received a message from 2 out of 3 teachers about them acting up. The 3rd is missing assignments. Fire kid. Oh no, the kids. They done fucked up. They done fucked up. Has an entire drawing tablet, uses pen and paper like a peasant. Yes. Kyler, got it. You can build your VR legs. Do I do squats? I want to get one of those. Just don't want to shell out the money for one. Yep. The money was it was big, but my dad and I went halfsies on it because it was for my mom. The perks of being a gamer child and having a mom who's really interested in just fads. Yay, Layla. I was about to say we could do one last anthro fact before the end of the day so that you guys, I'll wrap up stream with an anthro fact. Everybody, this is the anthro fact to end the day. Have you ever heard of bog bodies? They're generally preserved in waterlogged conditions or peat bogs where bones and most internal organs have disappeared within the skin. Now, with that information, we have seen some peat bogged bodies preserve the contents of the food that they ate for their last meal in the stomach line, or like the stomach like inside the stomach of their bodies, which has been preserved by the pressure of peat bogs. Fascinating stuff. Now, the moment you bring something out of a peat bog or a waterlogged object, they tend to disintegrate because they're being introduced to oxygen and then all these like bacteria, but very interesting stuff. So the more you know. VR Resident Evil. No, that'd be so scary. What do you mean? It's done now. I hope all is well after that storm. Okay, good. I'm glad the buzzing stopped. VR art, that would be fun. That would be interesting. I don't know how that would fucking work. Of course, you're awesome. Looking forward to more streams. Let's go, you guys. We're definitely gonna have more. It's like sea legs. So like, oh, okay. Actually, something you could do. I used to have VR headset too. Oh, interesting. Okay, it was okay, but had fun. I'm gonna look into that. Hell yeah, my VR legs. Okay, we're gonna raid, y'all. So if you would like, and I recommend that you make a like, come through on the raid. You're gonna get points from me. Raid points. Who the fuck doesn't want raid points, right? You get to buy stuff later. Make me do planks and shit. 2, Sydney is a gem. Sydney comes through the community, spreads so much love, deserves to have love spread onto her, okay? And we're gonna go and send that right now. So please stick around. Raid points. Yeah, you get some raid points. This is the link to head on over to Sydney. If you get left behind, please click the link. I also have other things because I'm a professional now. This is the raid message. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you can take that with you and send it on over. This next one is for people who are not subscribed, so you can take that, post it, send the love. And then I have 2 more things. If you're interested in following me on some of my other socials, I like posting short form content on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, and you can check those out at the link that was just posted. In addition to joining the Discord, we are going to be starting an art group at the beginning and end of each month, the first Saturday or Friday and the last Saturday or Friday. So please join. I timed that bitch out. Thank you so much, Roz. I'm so proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie. Professional bisexual chaos is here. And so please, the art group, the idea and the concept is everybody is going to have cams if they want. You can stream the thing that you're making. And we will all draw, if you want, on the single canvas, an Agio canvas together, or you guys can draw and do your own things. Totally up to you. So, art group, exactly. She's doing it, Rod. She's being a pro, you guys. I'm being a pro. So, let me actually get us, let me scroll down here, thank everybody, then send us away. So, Trounsy, Rockin' Cannon, thank you both for the follow when I was offline. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all so much for the bits, for the channel point redeems, for just hanging out with me. Spirit, thank you for resubscribing, and then thank you for gifting a sub to Tara. Tara, I hope you're sleeping well. Thank you all for coming through, for hanging out, for chatting with me, for making me feel very loved. Thank you for the bit, then thank you for the subscription. Binzy, thank you for the follow and for the Sonic recommendation. I learned how to draw Sonic today. It was magical. And then Layla, thank you for gifting a sub to fucking East. You all were wonderful, and I had such a wonderful time chatting with you all about all these really important things to us streamers. And then maybe it's also important to you as just a person trying to exist in the world and be social. So I helped Liz get her tablet working on her PC. Yes! Let's fucking go! I'm so proud of you, Sargra! And also, I can't wait to see. We're gonna have to do another art stream with her. It's 4:20 here. Send a prayer to Papa Snoop. Send him my prayers. It's been so fun. Thank you all. Captain Hammer! Thank you for the follow. Oh, he's over here. My new favorite answer facts. Yay! Layla! I'll make sure to add more, because I have like a chunk, but I'll make sure that I add more so that we're not running into the same ones over and over again. I love you all so much. We are going to send Sydney the love. Remember to post wait to remember to post the raid messages if you want. You also don't have to. But yeah, let's do this. Join us for the raid of the century. The raid of now. Let's go! Oh my god, look at all of you! We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna send so much love. I can't wait. Okay, so send love, send support, follows, likes, subscribes, money, all the money. Remember the money. And I will see you all on Sunday. We're gonna hopefully be doing more Gartic Phone with Layla. If you're still down, let me know if you have the time and the willingness, but a couple other really fun people. Pickley, I love you. Thank you for lurking. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. I will see you all in everybody else's stream who's online because they will all, so many beautiful people in this community. But until then, goodbye.